Shalom, family. Women, daughters of Zion. I want to talk about how we as women can sometimes contribute to the downfall of our people as well. A lot of brothers, they get frustrated when they hear sisters, or should I say, I'm just going to deal with me, when they hear me talking about the brothers and what they're doing and their contribution to the downfall of our communities. But right now I'm going to talk about the sisters and what they contribute to the downfall of our community. Okay, strictly about the sisters. We know about the headship and all of this, but there comes a time where the daughters of Zion have got to take responsibility for their actions, okay? Whether you're in the truth, whether you're not. Black women in general have a lot that they have to overcome, right? And when we see certain things happening within the so-called black community, all of that cannot be laid to the charge of the black man, okay? All of it can't. Now, we know how the Most High views things. He wants the man to take lead, okay? He wants the man to head and be over things. But if there is no man that has taken over or is leading things, where does the woman fall into this? There are literally women who are just chopping away at the block of their foundation to where it's about to give way, okay? And everything that's built up on that foundation is going to start falling, right? If you are one of those women who are not subjecting yourself, if you're single or you're married, if you're not subjecting yourself to the will of the Father or your righteous husband, notice I said righteous husband, then you are a part of you're contributing to the downfall. I'm going to deal specifically with the girls in the hood. You know, they had a movie called Boys in the Hood. I'm going to talk about girls in the hood. There are young women that have grown, regardless to whose fault it is, whether the parents were wayward or the husband or the father, should I say, wasn't there, whether the mother was doing the best she could or wasn't, or whether the mother was on drugs. It doesn't matter. There comes a time where when you get a certain age, okay, now you are responsible for your own actions. There are some things that we know. You don't even have to be taught some of these things. Some things you know are wrong, right? But if you decide that you are going to involve yourself in these things anyway, you are contributing to the downfall. If you as a woman think that it's okay that your children are talking a certain way, acting a certain way, thugging around, and you support them, you shoving them off, and you ain't doing nothing about their bad behavior, you're not teaching them, training them, doing anything, and you're just letting them raise themselves, you are part of the problem. If you're one of those women who are more concerned with your fingernails, your hair, and all this other stuff, while your children are falling by the wayside, you can't use the excuse of not having a man in the house or being a single parent as a reason or excuse, because we know some single parents who raise the heck out of their children. Raise the heck out of their children. They raise them to be some wonderful, productive people in society. So no one has an excuse. There are people who live in the hood who knows how to overcome the hood for good, you see? So if you are past a certain age to where you're no longer under the rulership of your parents, people know right from wrong. Ain't nobody dumb out here. Some things you know are wrong, but you make the choice to do those things, you see? If you're one of those mothers who dressing your daughter up like a tramp, or letting your sons, you know your son is out here thugging around and whoremongering, and you don't say or do nothing, you don't try to put no type of knowledge in them or give them no type of training, you just say, hey, whatever. You are part of the problem. You are part of the problem. There's so much more I can say on this particular subject, and which I think I will, okay? But it's time for me to get inside now. I tried to come out here while the children were having breakfast. I think they're probably done by now. We have to go in and get our day started, okay? Later on today, me and the children are going to be doing a video about homeschooling, because it's very important that our people begin to train their children, even if they have to go to another institution to be taught. I think you should still homeschool to supplement what they are learning there, because to put the full responsibility on someone else, I think that's part of the reason why our children are growing up the way they are. They're being influenced from a system that is not for them. So it's important that parents continue to train or educate their children at home, despite the fact that they may have to go outside of the home. Okay? I'm going to end the video here. I hope that I've said something that will be a blessing to our sisters. But on this particular subject about women contributing to the downfall of the so-called black community, I have a whole lot more I'm going to say, in which I'm going to pick another time to go more in detail on this, because it's time that we as women too start to take responsibility for our part in this dysfunction that we see in the so-called black community. And with that, I will say shalom.